always laughing.
Young man. It now being 3 o'clock. Call the November 15th Laconia Police Commission meeting to order. Would you please rise for the pledge? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Let the minutes show that recording secretary Lori Marsh is present, and we also have Chief Canfield seated at the table. To recognize the commissioners present, Commissioner Mello.
Yeah.
Commissioner Davis.
Here.
And Commissioner Woodham also here. We have a quorum, and we will proceed with the agenda. Personnel matters, commendations and awards, Chief Canfield.
Nothing.
Resignations and retirement.
I do have one resignation from Detective John Howe, who has announced that he'll be retiring as of February 1st after 23 years of service. He is going to work on a family farm that he's been trying to do both, and he's made the decision to retire and to do that on a full-time basis. So John is certainly a very valuable employee. He's worked for us for a long time, and we're certainly going to miss him.
Promotions and classification changes, Chief Canfield.
Nothing.
Command staff reports, support division, Chief Canfield.
So they've, fall firearms qualifications is now complete. They're moving into drive-in training at the airport beginning tomorrow. So there'll be department in-service training for the entire department, broken up over 4 different training days. ACO, the Animal Control Officer interviews were completed today. They had several qualified candidates. There was a chief's interview that is scheduled for the week after Thanksgiving, so pending that going well, then she'll be recommended for employment, so it'll be really good to fill that duty, as right now the officers are filling in on it, and that'll take a burden off of their plate.
Let's see, just a question about that. What's the qualifications they need for that position?
Prior experience in some fashion. I know the top candidate has experience as a vet tech, significant experience, so I think we were pretty lucky to have that applicant.
Yeah.
And we're getting ready to close to full implementation of the first arriving software throughout the building, so hopefully in the next couple weeks that will be up and running.
Anything under general orders, Chief?
Nothing for general orders.
Okay. Operations Division, Chief Canfield.
So they've been busy with scheduling. Winter schedule is out for bid, going through the springtime. They also have been busy working on the holiday parade, which is next Saturday, the 25th. They'll be doing a 5K Santa race in the morning, which will be through the downtown area, as well as the holiday lighting parade, which will take place at 5 p.m.
Questions? Moving on to commission action. You've all received copies of the previous meeting minutes.
Make a motion that we accept the minutes as written.
Is there a second?
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
The motion made by Commissioner Mello, was seconded by Commissioner Davis. Passes, aye. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, passes unanimously. And they're accepted as distributed. Notice of holidays. You've all received a copy of the holiday schedule. Posted holidays. Any comments or questions?
I assume that's the same as the city, I mean, citywide holidays or,
That is correct.
yeah.
Do I have a motion to approve those?
I'll make a motion, we approve the holidays as presented.
A second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. On a motion made by Commissioner Davis, was seconded by Commissioner Mello, passes unanimously. Review of monthly activity reports.
For the month of October, we responded to a total of 1,993 calls for service, conducted 102 park walk and talks, 377 extra patrols, 6 community policing events, investigated 282 criminal offenses, clearing 171 of those by arrest, of which 87 of those were physical custody arrests. Took 14 people into protective custody for intoxication, responded to a total of 17 domestic disturbance calls, 44 other disturbances, 8 suicidal subjects, and investigated 9 violation restraining orders. Our volunteers within the department contributed 9 hours of volunteer hours for the month, while volunteers with the Victim Services Unit volunteered 8 hours of time.
Questions or comments? Criminal Investigative Unit statistics, Chief Canfield.
For the month of October, they took on 24 initial new cases were assigned, conducted 16 follow-ups on other investigations, made 1 felony arrest, 1 felony charge, 3 misdemeanor arrests, 3 misdemeanor charges, initiated 16 search warrants, cleared 4 cases exceptionally, conducted 16 sex offender registrations, investigated 1 computer-related cyber tip, did 2 cell phone extractions, 6 background investigations, 2 drug intel sheets, and helped cover 112 and a half hours of patrol hours. As noted before, the detectives are now assigned 1 day a week, or 1 day a month, I'm sorry, 2 days a month, assisting in patrol. They conducted 3 polygraph exams, did 8 hours of community presentations, conducted 58 body-worn camera redactions, 3 prosecutorial assists, and 3 TransUnion TLO checks.
Questions or comments? Moving on to budget reports, Chief Canfield.
The budget is 30.77% of the way through the year. As you'll note, the budget is online and under budget in most areas. Our overtime is 118% spent. That number seems high, but that number is a reflection of our overtime line item that was cut in half from the previous year. So that 50% reduction in overtime is why that number is so high, but it's on track with prior years.
Questions, comments? Moving on, monthly traffic statistics, Chief Canfield.
For the month of October, we issued 13 parking tickets, investigated a total of 31 motor vehicle accidents, of which 10 of those were injury accidents. Number one, accident caused breakdown was exceeding the speed limit, which contributed to 6 of those crashes. Number one location was Court Street, which contributed to 6 crashes as well. For the month of October, we made a total of 331 motor vehicle stops, issued 31 summonses, and 262 written warnings.
Moving forward, a monthly fleet report, Chief Canfield.
I have nothing unless you have specific questions.
Correspondence to and from the department, Chief Canfield.
There was a nice thank you letter from the chief in Alexandria, who commended 3 of our officers who attended a training in that town with the Northeast Counter Drug Training Center, recognizing their professionalism, and it was a nice thank you letter.
Chief's report, Chief Canfield.
So the first week of November, we completed our annual CALIA accreditation review. This process was new this year because it included the usual approximately 100 of our files review, but in addition, it included 3 separate interview on different topics. So it was a little bit different. We had a couple small bumps in the road, but overall, they were very pleased with our review, and will be recommended to continue for next year. Robin Moyer is very instrumental in doing this work and has done an outstanding job with it. I attended a New Hampshire Chiefs meeting recently this month. We've been working closely with Laconia Christian School and their school safety plans. This was an initiative kind of structured after Laconia schools because they've been on top of school emergency response if, God forbid, we have an active shooter in one of our schools. So Laconia Christian is working towards that goal as well. I met with them on Tuesday. We took a tour through the Live in Hope Church in Lakeport, and that was selected as a site for a reunification in the event that is needed. Dispatcher Victoria Dow created a holiday spirit in the dispatch center for the week before Christmas. I gave you the flyer. She came up with a theme for each day of the week, so it'll be a little bit fun for the dispatchers to participate in and hopefully build some camaraderie and morale in the dispatch center. Annual retiree Christmas luncheon has been scheduled for Wednesday, December 13th at noon. We'll be doing the phone bank again for the children's auction on December 6th, as we typically have done for many years now. Looking towards the Spider Tech community engagement software. For October, we sent a total of 1,815 text messages, which was up 2.1%. And the survey completion rate is currently at 19%, which is down 4.2% from the month before. However, that's still considered a very high completion rate. Overdose statistics for the month, we have a total of 44 year-to-date with 7 fatal overdoses. There are 101 line-of-duty deaths this year across the nation. Speaking of hirings, we had 4 people in backgrounds for police officer positions. Unfortunately, 3 of those candidates have wiped out, so we're down to 1 candidate that will proceed with the background investigation, or proceed beyond the background investigation phase. That candidate graduates from college this semester, and she was also one of our community resource officers who has worked for us for a couple summers. So kind of a testament to that approach that we've taken for developing and grooming future officers versus hiring right off the street. And that's all I have for my report.
That packet you gave us on the Spider, that's amazing. I mean, I can't believe the detail and
Yeah, it's
amazing.
It is an amazing program, and certainly that was improve our customer service, and if an officer's delayed, it'll tell the caller that we're gonna be delayed for what reason, and The survey is just way better than what we were doing just on the website and the QR code, because we weren't really getting results from that, so.
Do you know if the overdose, not the fatals, but the overdose is up or down from last year, or is it the
I
same?
believe they're down slightly.
Slightly.
Yep.
On to old business,
Nothing?
new business, chief,
Nothing?
other business,
Nothing?
citizen comments.
Not wanting to disappoint you. First of all, I'd like to congratulate the two of you for your reelection. I rise to ask the commission if they would be willing to meet with the police, with the Public Safety Committee sometime between now and I think the 27th is the next council meeting. I'd like you, the chief, and the 3 members of the Public Safety Committee to sit down and talk about wages and talk about hiring. I suspect everyone in this room is aware that Lebanon is paying $30,000 to certified police officers who are willing to come on board. We can't compete with that as it stands. So I'd like you to meet with my committee if you'd be willing to. I could ship you 3 or 4 dates, late afternoon, early evening, if that'd be all right, and we could get together, and that's 3 votes on the council. And if I can get those 3, I think, or those 2, I think we would be well on our way to doing something positive. I'm sure the chief's aware, he may have explained to you, that Councilor Lippman asked that we have a wage study done. And I tried to avoid that. I have since seen the manager and asked him to move right along with that. He assures me it is moving quickly, but we don't have a lot of time. I suspect you would agree. And so I want to push the council to move, despite I think the study can help us going forward, but right now we need to do something to get people on board and keep the people we've got. I mean, the temptation to leave and go to Guilford or someplace else that's paying $4 or $5 more an hour is not a minor problem. And less work. They have to do about 25% of what our guys have to do. The other thing I would ask is that, and I apologize, Chief, if I'm sort of sandbagging you here, but I'd appreciate it if you'd come before the council in the near future. It doesn't have to be the next meeting, but in the near future, and talk about that program that you were just describing to the commission. I'd like the council to hear that stuff.
Okay.
I'm impressed with it. I wished I could say I'd ever thought about something like that, but I didn't. In any case, I think if you could make a plan to come in, either check with the manager and find out, but tell him I asked you to come in and report on it.
Okay.
And then whatever date you guys can work out, assuming it's all right with the commission. But again, if you 3 would be willing to meet with me and the other 2 members of the Public Safety Committee, if one of you can't make it, I understand perfectly, but it would help if the 3 of you could be there to help make this argument.
Love to, it'd be great.
Okay,
I'll be,
good. I'll ship the chairman 3 dates, and you guys can pick it, and I'll try to get the committee together here. We'll probably meet in 200B, the room behind, and you're gonna have to do some sales work. And, I think some of your numbers reflect, that we need help.
Yep.
We need help, so.
For sure.
When I read through this, one of the things I had taken some notes in it, one of the questions that nobody answered at one point in time was, how safe do you feel living and being in the city of Laconia?
Yeah.
And it came as like a 3.8. And it just,
But that's what I want you to tell
yeah,
my public safety committee, and at the same time, talk about we need help. We need help. Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you.
confirmation of the next meeting date, December 20th. Any conflicts?
Looks good.
Hearing none, take a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion, we adjourn the meeting.
Second,
I will second that.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, a motion made by Commissioner Mello, a second by Commissioner Davis. It passes unanimously, and the meeting was adjourned at 3:20.
Chief, on the 13th for the luncheon, Chief, on the 13th for the luncheon, is that set up in the afternoon as well? Or does it just kind of?
It's usually like noon to 1:30ish
Okay.
in the community room.
Want to have a Red Cross meeting, but that, like 5 o'clock, so would that be okay, do you think, if the room's available to?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
Make him save some of the good food for you, because it
Yeah.
disappears fast.
I know,
I never saw a cop that couldn't eat all the good food quickly.
it's usually pretty good, so.
Only donuts,
You want that for 5 o'clock?
only donuts.
Yeah, 5 o'clock on the 13th. It's about an hour and a half.
I
probably,
tell
no more
people
than that.
coffee and donuts. I'm a retired cop, of course I know coffee and donuts.
All right, take care, thanks.
That thing's amazing.
Yeah,
Just,
yeah, 20% returns.
pretty good, yeah.
Well, sounds like a good idea. Sounds like a good idea. I've had one of the officers complain about it. And everything, and I says, I'll do what I can do, and that's it. Can't do any more. Three of us, we're hands are tied.
How's the new director doing it? Not new, but well, like, how's he doing, all right?
This is doing all right, I don't hear from him at all, so he's kind of himself.
Thank you.
I've offered to meet with him a number of